The last question we are going to address today before we hear a few people's perspectives on what it means to be part of Paradox is this question that I get frequently from people who have just started attending, which is, if I want to become part of Paradox Church, then what do I do next? Well, there are several things that you can do to get involved, but the first place that I would recommend you start is by discussion groups. These groups are people who continue the conversation that is started on Saturday mornings, and it meets midweek, and they have all these conversations about what it means for our lives and how we live it out in a way that we can see and embrace Jesus Christ in the ordinary moments of our own lives. This is, my friends, the best way to experience Paradox Church. So we'd love for you to join a discussion group. Another way that you can get to know other people and be more involved is you can volunteer. We have some absolutely fantastic volunteers who are doing just about everything. This includes people who read liturgies like Anna, Chris, and Regina this morning. We also have people who are running or teaching Paradox Kids in the background and also running Paradox Kids social events. We also have social events for adults that people are welcome to, including the one tonight that we'd love for you to join us for. We also have opportunities to volunteer with our greeting and hospitality team who do such a great job. And there's also outreach events that we are trying to get more and more involved with, like the Hunger Walk, the Shoe Drive, or the Food Drive. And then as far as worship production, whether it's music, running cameras, running tech, we would love to have you involved. And the best part about all of it is that you become known by a team of people because none of these volunteers work in isolation. So if you're wanting to know more people, joining a volunteer team is an excellent way to do it. Another way you can really help Paradox is by donating to Paradox to support the work. I have been blown away since day one by the generosity of this congregation. And I wish I could tell every donor every time it happens, but when somebody new comes to the church and I'm able to give them spiritual counseling or do something else for them, they say, hey, how much does it cost to do this? And I say, well, there's a lot of generous people that want to make sure that this is available for everyone. And so they make it possible for this to be free. And this is just something that I love being part of this church for, is the fact that I don't have to worry about whether or not someone can pay for it for me to help them. As a church, we can help them no matter what, and it's because of your generosity. In just a few moments, we're going to pass an offering bucket where you can put cash or checks in there. You can also donate on Venmo, but we are so grateful for the generosity you've shown us. Now, one of our major purchases happened a few years ago. That is, we bought let me go to here, actually. What most people don't know about Paradox is that we have 85 different households that make this possible. From the last year, there was 85 different houses that donated to Paradox in some way, shape, or form. Now, what most people don't know is that a lot of people are those online. 50 of those households are people who are here in person, and 35 are people who watch just online. And I can't thank our online congregation enough for supporting this work as well. Now, we also donate a portion of our offering every month to Family Service Association of Redlands and Time for Change. These organizations are some of the best organizations we found in Redlands and San Bernardino, and we give to them on a regular basis. We also bought a building not too long ago in 2021, and we've been working on some designs with a man named Tyler, who is one of my friends from Montana State. He is the architect on this new building. And then recently we've brought on Brandon Herman to oversee the whole project and make sure that this thing actually gets built. Right now, there's some really beautiful renderings of what we're hoping to transform this building into. I know everybody likes the renderings. This is what the building looks like right now. It will one day look like this. Oh, we're back at architecture school. This is the best. And then this is what we're hoping this sanctuary will one day look like. And it has just been a joy to put together. Brandon, we're just so excited that he's on. People want to know when we're moving in. That's always a tricky question. Right now, we are applying for a conditional use permit. Once that goes through, we'll have a lot more solid date, but we're hoping to apply here we've almost got the full application together and should be applying for that very soon. So your donations support all of those different things. The last thing I want to talk to you about of how you can get involved is through connection cards. Now, this is for online as well as in person. Online, it's at our website, paradoxredlands.com. In person, if you reach in the seat back in front of you, there is a connection card. We fill these out every week, and if you could put your name and where you've come from, On the card, we would send you a token of our appreciation because we're so grateful for the gift of your presence. We do this every week because it helps us to become a more personal church. People write prayer requests on the back of the cards, and we just make this a priority. So I cannot thank you enough for filling these out because it helps the church staff know who you are. So we're going to take 2 minutes this time and fill out these cards, and then a bucket will be passed that will be collecting offering, and you can also drop your connection cards in there. And when I look at all of these things, it makes me realize just how much it's important for us to get to know one another. So thank you for filling all of these cards out.